It's the Bud Light Super Bowl send-off with Levack and Goz on the team.
It's a great weekend if you enjoy the sport of horse racing, as the Breeders' Cup Classic coming up. And we have one guy that we go to, we lean on, and we know we get the straight scoop from, because he's seen these horses up close.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Contessa joins us. We're live from O'Toole's and Colony. Gary, when you're looking at these races this weekend, like, are there any horses that have just completely jumped out at you recently? You're looking at them going, that's a horse to watch on Saturday.
I got to tell you something. I'm looking at these races, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, even if you're not a racing enthusiast, you almost want to watch every single race. This is the World Series. I mean, we all sat up all night last night watching that game, and we got our money's worth. I mean, that was for the Cubs to come back, for that game to go the way it did, it was just unbelievable. Well, this is the World Series of horse racing, Friday and Saturday, and the horses are just off the charts. It's unbelievable what the horses we have Friday and Saturday.
So Gary, when you're looking at them, because like you've raced against them, you know some of them you've had in your barns in the past in some way, shape, or form. Like what are the couple that just jump off the page at you that you're like, these guys are beasts and they're going to have a great race?
Well, Friday you've got two unbelievably good races. You got the Dirt Mile on Friday, which is Dortmund, who's a great horse, ran in the Derby a few years ago, against perhaps the best sprinter in the world in Run Happy. And that almost defies logic. Like, the owner and the trainer of Run Happy are taking the best sprinter in the world and they're trying to make him into a miler. And to most of us horsemen, we're shaking our heads. And you know what? I hope he makes a liar out of me. I hope he makes me look bad, and they're geniuses, but I don't understand this move at all. I don't understand trying to make Run Happy into a miler, and I think Dortmund is just a great horse for the mile. I think that's going to be a great race. And the same day on Friday, you have perhaps the greatest this year. As we all know, we have been inundated with great fillies. This is a filly year. I mean, 2016 was the year of the fillies. We had Pepin, we had Beholder, we had Songbird. I mean, every one of those fillies got the blood boiling, got people out to the track. Just we saw Songbird at Saratoga, and it was phenomenal. Well, the distaff on Friday has the four best fillies in the world in it: Beholder, Stellar Wind, Songbird, and Coralina, and some other really good fillies are in there. That is the filly race of the year. It's just an incredible race. And, I mean, it is the best of the best. The whole world wants to see Songbird win, but the whole racing world, thinks maybe Beholder can handle her. So this is the matchup in fillies and mares that everybody has waited for, and that's the distaff on Friday.
Just speaking of Gary, gets me excited about this weekend. You can hear it in his voice. I'm fired up, all ready to go. And Gary, we hear about how tough Saratoga can be as a track, whether you be an actual jockey or be someone trying to prep the horse for the race. How is Santa Anita match up with Saratoga? Is it a tougher track? Is it more difficult?
I got to tell you, history has shown us that East Coast trainers going west do not fare well there on the dirt. I think the turf races are a level playing field, but the East Coast trainers have not done well, almost religiously, on the dirt in Santa Anita. Now, it's a strange thing. It's just a difficult thing. When East Coast horses go south to Florida, they do very well. When Florida horses go north to New York, they do very well. But when New York horses, Maryland horses, East Coast-based horses go to California, quite often, huge advantage to the horses that are regular California horses on the dirt.
So Gary, we're sitting here. Gary Contessa joining us on 104.5 The Team. We're live at O'Toole's, and they're going to have a big Breeders' Cup party going on Saturday. Gary, Frosted, I love that horse. It's probably my favorite horse. Is that a waste of my money right now? Does he have no chance?
No. Nothing is a waste of your money, but you have arguably the two best older horses in the world running in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and that would be California Chrome and Arrogate. Now, Arrogate, this is an interesting race because what history has showed us is that it takes a incredible 3-year-old to beat an older horse at his best game. Arrogate has shown us one unbelievable race, perhaps the greatest 3-year-old race of the year when he won the Travers, and he blew me away. I mean, I was getting goosebumps watching him in the stretch. But California Chrome has gone to different racetracks, gone to Dubai, shipped everywhere, and he does it every single time. I do not think Arrogate can handle California Chrome. And I do not think the East Coast horses are in the same league with Arrogate and California Chrome in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
What would a win mean for California Chrome in his career? This is a horse that won 2 of 3 Triple Crown races, lost in the Belmont. He's been a horse of the year. For goodness sakes, he has a race named after him in Los Alamitos in California. It'd be unbelievable.
You know what it means? He's earned $13 million. And he's a gelding. It means nothing. I mean, he'll never have a breeding career. It just means that he's adding to his greatness. Everything that California Chrome does, he adds to his greatness and his legacy that is going to live on forever. Because when we think about turf horses, if you ask anybody, name the greatest turf horse ever, most people are going to tell you John Henry, even if they don't know anything about horse racing, because John Henry had a legacy, and he was a gelding. And this California Chrome is a gelding, and every dollar that he puts next to his name, he adds to his legacy. He also adds to the bank account of his owners and his trainer, but he adds to his legacy because there's nothing else he can do. He can't pass it on. He can't pass it on to, future generations. He is just a horse that is going to live on in name and stature for the rest of his life. He's one of the most incredible horses. He proved me wrong. I ran against him in the Kentucky Derby with Uncle Si, and I watched him train, and I said, oh, my God, this horse isn't much. He was average-looking. He trained average. Man, but when they loaded him in the gate, he started breathing fire. That's a racehorse right there, boy.
Well, if you did that to me, I'd be angry too.
I'm telling you. But sometimes with geldings, like one of the other great geldings forever is Forgo. Forgo is one of the greatest horses to ever set foot in New York. Gelding. A lot of these horses that are geldings, you could have never trained them if you left them be a stud. It's just usually when somebody resorts to gelding a young horse, it's because they're very difficult to train, very difficult to get to obey and to go through the lessons and learn things well. And when I think of geldings, I'm just glad they don't geld difficult kids in high school because I might have been one.
I was going to say, my daughter's thankful for the same thing, Gary. Gary Contessa with us, Levack Goz.
So this horse is going to add to his legacy. I think, my heart is with California Chrome and the whole group. It's great.
Gary Contessa. Gary, we appreciate you helping us get ready. You're our expert. We can't wait for you to get back here to Saratoga and hang out with us because when you're here, it means the good weather and good times are as well.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys.
Gary Contessa, have a great day. Thanks so much, my friend.
Take care. Bye.